Hello everyone, so this is part 2 of the Bobcat restoration series. In the last episode we've discovered leaks at the axles and the engine is not working correctly. I still have a lot of smoke, so I need to address that. I have the bucket, it's mangled and I have a listed job for it, so it needs to be fixed. Furthermore, last time I tried to start it, I had no diesel at the injectors, so I need to take a look at the fuel pumps. So, stick around. Alright, so I've been investigating this smoke problem. So I had the idea to remove the manifold and to check whether I had smoke on all the cylinders or only located in one, just to make sure if it was a timing problem, which I would doubt because the machine wasn't smoking at first and suddenly it started smoking a lot. So look what I've just discovered on this exhaust. It's all wet, and if you look at the others, they're not. And I suspect, like, this cylinder either have coolant or it may be diesel. I think it's diesel. So we might have a bad head gasket and bad compression in cylinder 1. Which the test showed it, but it wasn't alarmingly low compression. So I thought just, oh, okay, I have a cheap Chinese compression test and that is why. But looking at the amount of fuel in the exhaust, no wonder it was smoking. But now the question is, do I have a bad injector and I missed that during the test? I can swap injectors to be sure, or I have bad compression and basically the cylinder is doing nothing and I'm running on 3 cylinders. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Okay, so I think I've found the problem. How do I put this? Okay, so I just removed the intake manifold because at this point I tried switching the injectors and problem was the same, always a big smoke on the cylinder number 1, and I thought, oh shit, okay, I have no compression on cylinder 1, it's not burning fuel, even though I tested the compression and it seems fine, but yeah, whatever. Okay, I just remove the head and see what's going on, maybe bent valve or whatever. And then I found this in the intake. Okay, so I'm a dumbass and I'm not sure I'm gonna show this in video because I'll look stupid as fuck. Okay, so now it should run better, I guess. Okay, see you in 5 minutes when I will reassemble that. Okay, so the job today is to do something about the bucket. So tomorrow I have a gravel delivery and I need to smooth it out the best as I can. So Here you can see it's all bent and it's been repaired a few times. Yeah, I don't really know how much I'm gonna cut of it, but I'm thinking maybe it's easier to just chop the whole bottom. Like I'll have a pick underside. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so I've kind of butchered the beginning, and then at the end I finally got the trick. So the trick is to clean the metal where you drag the torch first, because it will be easier and you won't be as shaky and more linear. And the other one is obviously have a clean tip when you're cutting, and before I had something like this and it wasn't working at all. So well, I think it's gonna do the job, but yeah, I've learned something. Okay, so after a lot of adjustment, I came up with this. So it's only tacked in place, but it was really hard because the bottom of the bucket was all over the place and there was no reference point. So now if I put a level, the piece is straight, like I don't have a huge gap, fairly straight, so I'm okay with that. Now I'm gonna finish welding it, and then I think I'm gonna tackle the corners and reinforce them, putting a plate, and it will stiffen up this corner as for this one. And yeah, in the end I think I'm gonna have to replate the bottom because it's really thin. If you look here, something like 4mm, 5mm probably. Alright, so this is the final result. So I've put 8mm SIG plate on top to reinforce because it was really too thin, I think. And I've put these corners 8mm too, and it should be fine now. Alright, so this is the final product, and I think it went pretty well. So the stone is 0.30, it's the caliber, and which means you have very small, nearly like dust, and up to 30 millimeters. And once you compact it, it becomes really hard. Okay, so this is the old seat, and it's about 99% dead. Oh well, how clean. So this is the old seat, and this is the new one. So I've been looking online for replacement, but all the cheap crap Chinese seats are selling for 120 euros, so I'm not paying that. Instead, I got this leather seat for 30 bucks, and in fact it was a back seat from a coupe, a Peugeot 307, and I think it's much better. It even can fold, and yeah, 30 bucks, so can't beat that. Okay, so this is what I came up with, and so the length is perfect, and 8.2, and it just clears the tabs here. And so what I'm gonna do is just weld here, 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 and there, and boom. Okay, so I wasn't pleased because the previous mounts were too tall and leaning backward, which was awkward to drive. So I decided to grind it all off and came up with this solution. So I get rid of the sliding rack, the original one, and just used the factory one here, and decided to go a bit higher in the back to compensate, and so that the seat is relatively flat. And here I have welded those, so it's easy to thread on once it's back in the cab. And here it's thick enough to just drill and tap.